I'm half tempted to put the scores 3-1. At any rate, Dallas fans, now's a good time to pause the video, get whatever beverage that you're drinking this evening, or right before bed. It might be a glass of warm milk. If you care to join me in a cheers, this is it's a really good vintage. It's actually Sprite Zero, so it's Sprite. I hold it up as if like that's going to prove anything, but it's Sprite. Tastes like victory. All right, but it was not pretty how they got there, and I'm right there with you now, guys. Goalie interference. It's kind of turned into a crapshoot. I have done everything I can through these playoffs to say, you know what? All right, I understand what they're doing. In this case, I'm like, especially when all the announcers are like, yeah, clearly that shouldn't be goalie interference. And then the ref's like, yeah. I have a theory, though, so we will go through this, and I will explain my theory on why the call was made as it was. Not saying that I agree with it. And that's the thing. Like, when I do videos and I talk about officiating, I say, this is how the NHL's calling it. Notice I don't say I agree, just that's how the NHL's calling it, that's how the NHL sees it, and that's where I go with it. It doesn't mean I'm happy about it. It doesn't mean that when the camera's off, I'm not like, I don't understand what, seriously? I may have said some things when that goal was called back. But let's go through it. So it's Ottinger versus Georgiev. Alexander Georgiev had one of the best games he's ever played in his career. Absolutely fantastic. The problem is, at the other end, Jake Ottinger was, like, heroic. Like, you could, if you squint, you could see, like, the angels that were, like, over him and helping him out there. So, Stankoven to Ben gets picked off. There's a net feed to Rantanen that's blocked. Cogliano's denied the Stars rush. The Avs press at 2.5 minutes. Rantanen has a wrist shot that's held. The shots were 5-1 for Colorado 4 minutes in. And I get it. Like, this is the thing, right? That first 10 minutes. Teams at home, they're playing that desperate hockey. They want that win. They desperately want that win, right? So the Stars press at 5 minutes. The teams then trade turnovers. Johnston has a net feed that's picked off. The Avs rush the other way. Robertson can't bury one in close. Puck's cleared out. Ben has a wraparound that saved. Taves then had a shot that was blocked with a crowd in front of Otter, which Ottinger dealt with a lot tonight. There was a lot of Avalanche players at the net because when a goalie's playing that well, you want to make sure you take his eyes away. Dodonov couldn't hit open net from in close. Dodonov, I've had alternating moments in these playoffs where I've been kind of groaning like, I wish that puck had been on Johnston's stick instead of Dodonov's. And then there's times where I'm like, you know what? Fantastic veteran play. Good on you, Evgeny Dodonov. So it kind of goes both ways. We get Georgie chance, which I thought was interesting because really Dodonov should have put that one in. But anyways, the Avs press was 7 minutes left. Colton has a rush chance that's saved. Lehkonen has a slot shot that's blocked. The Avs press with 5 minutes left. There's a toe save on a shot for Manson. Things are punchy with 3:18 left. No penalties given out. Eddie Olczyk was quick to say that the helmet was torn off of Makar. That helmet was, I don't know if he had the strap done up, but that came off really easy. Like, he barely touched him and the helmet flies off, and I'm like, seriously, he barely touched him. It's sort of like when they call a penalty on a guy for, he knocked the stick out of his hands, and you can see he's barely holding on to it. I do that in street hockey. You're not holding your stick, whoops, you dropped your stick, hold on to it. Anyways, so I guess I'm old school that way now, right? Anyways, McKinnon's then denied on a rush. The teams trade turnovers. The Avs press. Middlestad's robbed in close. Heiskanen has a shot that's blocked. The Avs rush. Ottinger holds a Lehkonen chance in the final minute. It is 0-0 after 1. But an exciting period of hockey. I didn't think that Dallas played great in that first period. I thought the Avs outplayed him, but Ottinger was a wall out there. Second period, early press by the Avs. They're kept to the outside. Stars get pinned down a bit. Gerard has a shot that's blocked. Smith has a shot that's saved. The Avs clear the rebound. Heiskanen has a shot that's blocked. Miro played so many minutes tonight. Probably a little bit tired. He's probably going to need a little bit more sleep tonight than usual. Not that he's going to get that. It's the playoffs. Drouin's denied in close. Lehkonen tips one wide. There's a power play for the Avs, which is, of course, the bane of the existence of teams against Colorado this year. There's a shorthanded rush by Johnston, and he goes for a bit of a skate. Just a moment. I felt a cough coming on, but I have a beverage. So let me have a sip of my beverage. Oh, this could have been so much different if the Avs had won this game. The Avs set up, they cycle, and Rantanen roofs one from the side of the net. That's a goal scorer's goal. Just, it's one of those situations where there's very little net you're looking at, and he can hit it. So Rantanen gets that one from Drouin and Makar. That's at 5:48. The Avs are up 1-0. And it felt like the Avs weren't going to be denied. To be honest, at this point, I felt like Colorado's ahead. They're at home. They need this game. They're trying to force a Game 7. I felt like this was going to be a Game 7 on Sunday situation in Dallas. Parise beats out an icing, and then Manson fires one wide. Petrovic has a shot that's blocked the Avs rush. I also want to say Alex Petrovic, called into duty for this game, did pretty well. Not Call of Duty well, but because I heard it. So not Call of Duty well, but he did well considering he was in the lineup. Dallas's depth has been tested throughout these playoffs. I think it's been pretty good. The Stars weren't getting to the net. 28 minutes into the game, they had 9 shots. And it just felt like they were blanketed. The Avs weren't giving him much to look at. Parise then has a turnover chance that saved. The Avs press at 9.5 minutes. The Stars get a power play. This would be the last power play of the game, and it's in the second period. And I put up here, a shot would be good, because at this point, Dallas just isn't hitting the net. So they heard me. I should have wrote a goal would be good. So there's an early cycle. Ben has a shot that's saved. Rebounds cleared. The Stars cycle. It's cleared again. Sagan has a chance that's saved. Marchman has one that's blocked. Power play's killed off. 2 shots on the net. So they did get a shot at least. They got 2 of them. I just should have put a goal would be good on the board. It's on me. Manson's denied on a break out of the box. Always watch for the guy on the breakaway out of the box. Avs press with 5.5 minutes left. Drouin has a chance that's blocked. Avs with some pretty strong back checking, and Georgiev not dealing with traffic at the front of the net. Avs doing a good job of keeping the front of the net cleared. Rantanen has a shot that's blocked. There's a brief press by the Avs, and the Avs were picking up momentum late, so they're up 1-0 after 2. All they need to do is keep Dallas off the board in the third period. We're going to Game 7 in Dallas. But third period, good early back and forth. Walker has a shot that's saved, and then the puck goes the other way. So a big save by Ottinger. How many times have we seen that this year? And Jamie Benn dekes around Georgiev on a rush. Dodonov and Sagan with the assist at 156. So Ben, who got booed every time he touched the puck, puts that into the net. The Avs look to respond. Drouin has a rush chance that saved. McKinnon defends a Pavelski rebound chance. Rantanen then has a rush chance that saved. And I was concerned because Dallas at this point's really turning it over a lot. And in transition, the Avs are just... The speed of Colorado is ridiculous. All 4 lines, it feels like, have absolutely ridiculous speed. Drouin then has a chance that's blocked as the Avs press. His name's on the board a lot. Then there's a kick save on McKinnon. The Stars are forced to ice it, and you could feel like a lot of tension in this one, both from the fans and I thought from both teams. Marchment's denied. There's a brief press by the Stars. Johnston has a rush chance that goes off Georgiev's mask and out. They made a big deal over Georgiev using his mask to make saves. This is becoming more and more common amongst goaltenders. I think what it is that the masks now are far better at protecting a goalie than they were, say, 20, 30, especially 40 years ago. Nobody in the 80s would have been doing that with those. You'd be concussed. That was a really nice save by John Garrett. Now you got to peel him off the ice. Get the spatula. But yeah, so... After that, so off Georgiev's mask, the Stars press at 8.5 minutes. They're kept to the outside. Gerard has a shot that's blocked. His next chance is blocked as well. Shot blocks definitely prominent tonight. The Avs pin the Stars down for a bit. Rantanen then has a net drive that's held. Dodonov has a wraparound that saved. The Avs press with 8 minutes left. The shots were 9 apiece with 6.5 minutes left. Ben to Dodonov. That chance gets blocked. The Stars press, kept to the outside. Lindell has a shot that's tipped wide. Lehkonen has a rush chance that's blocked. And Otter and Tanev are the reason this game's going to overtime. Chris Tanev, absolutely ridiculous. And I keep hearing all these, wow, Tanev's been great. Tanev's been this fantastic pickup. Yeah, I have sung the praises of Chris Tanev for the existence of this channel. And before this channel existed, I would just randomly talk to people about Chris Tanev's a fantastic defenseman. I haven't wanted him back in Vancouver because, he was a Canuck before, but because I know how good he is. And just imagine how good that blue line for Vancouver would have been this year if Tanev was in the lineup. Anyways, he went to the other team I root for in the West, so I'm fine with it. So you go to overtime, and the Avs controlled early, and I really felt like they were going to finish this early, to be honest. Teams exchange rushes. The Avs press at 2 minutes. Pavelski has a shot that's saved. The Stars press after that. Harley then has a shot that's blocked, and the Avs get pinned down. They go over 2 minutes. Every shift of an Avs player on the ice is over 2 minutes, but they do clear it, and they do get that line change in. But the shots are 3-0 Dallas 5 minutes into the game. or 5 minutes into the overtime, which feels like it's game 2, right? Walker has a shot that's caught and held as the Avs press. The Stars ice the puck. The Avs have some momentum back. Teams trade rushes. Lehkonen, in close wristers held. The Avs press at 9 minutes. The Stars get pinned down for a bit as well. Dodonov then gets dinged on a shot block. He would stay in the game. The Avs are spring-loaded on every turnover, which to me is amazing because even in the double overtime, just the amount of speed both teams were showing in the skill. I'm old enough to remember, again, looking back at the 80s, once you get into the second overtime, things get a little bit slower. The first 5 minutes, you might see scoring chances, and then after that, it's a lot of just back and forth and not a lot of opportunities. But in this one, that wasn't really the case. So Johnston has a wraparound that misses. The Stars score, but goalie interference, they rule it off. What threw me off is, he said that it's Duchesne, right? Interfered with the goalie in the crease. He never actually got to the crease. So when they reviewed it, I'm like, well, A, he's not in the crease, and B, Makar pushes him in there. So by all accounts, by what the NHL has set the standard at for these playoffs, that's a goal. My theory is this. The call on the ice was no goal. I don't think they wanted to end a series on a replay. And I have no reason to believe that other than just, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking they didn't want to call that a goal and risk another game where fans are throwing garbage on the ice. And even though I don't think Avs fans are necessarily ones that would necessarily do that, but I mean, there's always some that will, right, in any fan base. But that might have been the situation there, because it had been called no goal, and if they came back and went, actually, yeah, we screwed that up, that's a goal, that would have been nuclear. In fact, when the referees were talking after they took the headsets off, I jokingly said to Yvonne, said, he's trying to plan the escape route for when they say it's a good goal. He's just going to book it right off the ice before they even announce it. But that didn't happen. It's no goal. Now, I've talked about this before, too. When a call goes against your team, you can fold up shop and go, well, that's it, we're done. Or you can do what Dallas did here and say, all right, we'll have to score again. And again, Marchment looked absolutely flabbergasted that the goal was called back. Pete DeBoer wasn't happy either, but the Stars were professional after that, and they still managed to get the game, to get it done. Teams exchange rushes. The shots are 5-2 for Dallas with 5 minutes left in the first overtime. Stars press with 4.5 minutes left. McKinnon then hits the outside of the post on a rush. And then there's a dog pile at the Avs net with 32.6 seconds left. They just couldn't get the puck in the net. It is still 1-1. We're going to double overtime. So the teams exchange early rushes. Duchesne's poke checked in close. He has a nice little fast break chance, and he gets poke checked by Georgiev. Beautiful play by Georgiev there. Teams exchange turnovers. The Stars press. The Avs block. The Avs press at 3 minutes. And we're back to the game of near misses and dog piles and shot blocks, and it's just crazy. The Avs forecheck leads to some pressure. Parisi with a near miss at the net as well. That's one that probably should have gone in. If McKinnon has that puck instead of Parisi, probably looking at the Avs winning there, but that's not the case. The Stars press at 5 minutes. Lehkonen nearly ends it. Ottinger holds with a whole bunch of Dallas players right there in the crease ready to help him out with holding that puck. Avs rush goes offside. Back-to-back icings then by Dallas. So again, that's something to keep an eye on in the playoffs, and especially it's double overtime. So back-to-back icings meant on comes Nathan McKinnon, right? Well, the Stars press are kept to the outside, and then during a press, and this goal, last I looked, still showed as unassisted, but Duchesne ends the series at 11:42 of the second overtime. And I thought it was a tic-tac-toe play, but whatever, it's buried from the side of the net. It's 2-1, and I did not celebrate until they started the handshake line, because I was like, okay, that's a goal, but is it? Is it really a goal? Come on, Toronto. Is it really a goal? Is there going to be a reason? Were the lights too bright in the arena? Georgiev was blinded, so we're going to take that goal back too? No, double overtime. Dallas wins 2-1. They go to the conference final. If Vancouver wins tomorrow night, man, I don't even want to finish that thought. I don't even want to think about it. But either way, Dallas is in the conference final. The 3 conference finalists we have are the 3 division winners. So home ice advantage has worked for the teams so far. We'll see how it works, even though, obviously, Dallas wins the majority of these games in the playoffs on the road. But still, shots on net, 9-5 Colorado in the first, 8-3 Dallas in the second, 10-9 Dallas in the third, 11-4 Dallas in the first overtime, which made me really nervous for the second, because I thought, Dallas controlled that first overtime, couldn't get that goal. But in the second overtime, Colorado actually outshoots them 5-4. The final shots are 38-30 for Dallas. Power plays, Dallas did not score on their one power play. Colorado did score on their one power play, meaning 5-on-5. They got bupkis. The hits in this one, 43 for Dallas, 58 for Colorado, and 18 of those 43 by Dallas were in the first period. So after the first period, they did not hit a ton. They didn't need to. Ottinger saves 29 out of 30. Absolutely ridiculous game for Ottinger. Georgiev, 36 saves on 38 shots. This had nothing to do with goaltending in this one tonight. In terms of how the result happened, it's not on Georgiev for that final goal. That goal was crazy by Duchesne. So Ben and Duchesne with the goals in this one. And so Dallas moves on to the Final Four where they will meet the winner of Vancouver and Edmonton, who will carry the mantle of being the one Canadian team left in the playoffs. But there you go. It was a tense night. It was not easy. It's a good thing I don't drink. And I don't. And every now and then I'll see these guys like, hey, he's a drunk. I don't drink. When I drink, I'm funny. I make jokes. They don't make a whole lot of sense, but I think they're funny. Okay, it may not be completely different from when I'm sober. I make less sense when I'm drunk. I know there's people watching this going, is that possible? Well, it's possible. All right. I think I'm done for tonight. I think I'm done. I think I can go lay down and just relax a little bit. But either way, tomorrow we have one game in the NHL. I did set up the live stream for tomorrow for 4 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And if you are in the area and you want to come out to a meetup, I am leaning towards a meetup on Sunday because there's no NHL games on Sunday. So I'm going to play some street hockey on Sunday is the plan. Fingers crossed. All right. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And yep, I'm right there now. I don't know what goalie interference is anymore either. There you go. I've said it. It's done. It's out there in the ether. I give up. I give up. I'm done. I don't know what goalie interference is. So now when they go to the replay, I'll be like, I don't know. Is it goalie interference? Let me know. But thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.